got to have your culture codified. So it's got to be written down. So sometimes it's a little bit too much in the ether. Actually, if you say to people, okay, so describe the culture, and they can't quite describe it. So there needs to be work done to codify it. What are your values? What are your behavioral norms? Because unless you've got that actually articulated, it's quite difficult to share with people. So that's the first thing. And that might mean that you want to, in sort of relaunching, have made some slight tweaks to that, even, in terms of what we found in culture change journeys. It's quite helpful sometimes to talk about a from and a to, or a less and more. So say, we want to be less reactive, more proactive. We want to let less this, more that. So that can help people understand the journey that you're trying to go on. We're a bit like this at the minute, and we would like it to be more like that. So tell it as a duality, as a contrast. So that's useful. And then if I refer back to my first slide, which was how culture was created, formal, informal, socialization, stories and myths about key people. But you remember the big three were what the leader measures, manages, attends to, how the leader reacts to critical incidents, what the leader role models. So what does that mean? You need to be a living, breathing embodiment of the culture you want to see in the organization. And so do all your other senior leaders. So you've got to model it, first of all. So that's the first thing. What you measure, manage, attend to. So are you measuring whether people are doing the right behaviors? Are you holding people accountable if they're not? Are there consequences in place for non-adherence? So all that's got to be baked in. So that first slide gives a big clue there. And it all essentially comes down to, you can get everyone together and you can do the town hall and tell them, and that's fine. But then you'll have to be the message and you'll have to hold people accountable who aren't.